Army. UK Army. Let's go. UK Army. Tucker Army. Let's go. Let's go. Hatton versus Barrera. Two legends going at it. Let's go. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. Let's go. It's wartime. Tucker Army, UK Army, Tucker Army. Hey, it's wartime. It's wartime. Let's go. Let's go. UK Army, Tucker Army. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. Let's go. Y'all know what time it is. Wartime. 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 Yeah. Wartime. It's wartime. Wartime. It's wartime. Yeah. Y'all know what time it is. Yeah. Wartime. It's wartime. Wartime. Yeah. Share the link. Matter of fact, let me put this in my I'm gonna put this in my Let's go. Let's go. Hey, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. Make sure my audio is good. Yeah, my audio is perfect. My audio is perfect. Let's go. Let's go. My audio is perfect. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go. I'm about to run it back. It's wartime. Yeah, it's wartime. UK Army, Tucker Army. Let's go. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. Let's go. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. UK Army. Tucker Army. Let's go. It's wartime. UK Army. Tucker Army. UK Army. Tucker Army. UK Army. Tucker Army. Yeah, it's wartime. Yeah, it's wartime. Yeah, let's go. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. It's wartime. They can't stop us. They can't stop us. They can't stop us. They can't stop us. What? It's wartime. UK Army. Tucker Army. UK Army. It's wartime. They can't stop us. They can't stop us. They can't stop us. Yeah, that's in that music. Let's get into this. Let's get into it, man. Hey, man. I can't believe I'm just not tuning in to the Dalton Smith fight. I wanted to see. I didn't want to miss that kid. I thought the kid was fighting next week. I had my dates all mixed up. I mean, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me real good in the chat. I had my dates all mixed up because I wanted to see Dalton Smith fight, and I believe he's fighting right now. Let me get to my stream. He's fighting right now against Casey Benjamin. And I might be missing. I might be real late tuning into this fight. But of course I wanted to I wanted to cover the Ricky Hatton versus Marco Antonio Barrera, two legends. Two legends going at it. Ricky Hatton versus Marco Antonio Barrera. Two great legendary fighters. Two Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't miss this fight, man. I know they way past their prime, but I got so much love and respect for Ricky Hatton. I'm telling me and Ricky Hatton, we go back. We go back long ways. You know what I'm saying? Me and Marco Antonio Barrera, we go back long ways. You know what I mean? And I can't believe they fighting each other, man. Way past their prime. But listen, they ain't good enough shape to be fighting each other, man. They ain't good enough shape to be fighting each other. And I think it's good entertainment. It's great for the sport, man, when you got two legendary fighters getting back in the ring and fighting against each other, man. Ricky Hatton versus Marco Antonio Barrera, man. This is going to be something special. Of course, we would have loved to see these guys fought when they were in their primes or a little bit past their prime, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's just entertainment. It's just what we love. We love the sport. You know what I mean? We love to be entertained. Will we get the best performance, performance we would have saw a long time ago? Hey, no. But will we get a good enough performance where we see two legends go at it? Yes. And Natasha Jonas versus Marie Eve DeClaire. DeCare. I'm sorry, I'm jacking her name up. But yeah, that's the co-main event, and that's coming up next. And let me get to my stream. Oh man, we're in a tough round between Smith versus Benjamin. Smith versus Benjamin. They're in the 12th round, man. These guys going at it. They're going to war right now. And it's only 40 seconds left. I can't believe I missed this fight, man. I ain't want to miss my boy Dalton Smith. I didn't want to miss his fight, man. My boy Dalton Smith. I didn't want to miss his fight. Much love and respect to all my brothers in the chat, man. UK Army, I see you. Yoshi, my brother Yoshi Adams in the building. Much love and respect, my great brother. He says, nice one, Andrew. Sounds good. Thank you, my great brother. Much love and respect to my brother Yoshi Adams. He says, nice one, Andrew. Sound good. Thank you, my great brother. I got my brother KK in the building. Says Andrew Tucker. What's up, my people? What's going on, KK? Much love and respect, man. Welcome to the live, man. Welcome to the live, bro. Thank you for joining me, man. Welcome to the live stream. I got my brothers in the building. Yoshi Adams, KK in the building. Yoshi Adams says Hatton going to land one of those trademark body shots. Yeah. Can Hatton get him out of there with the body shots, man? Those body shots used to be so vicious. I mean, Hatton destroyed fighters with body shots. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally stopped one of my favorite fighters with a body shot, and that was Castillo. I'm jacking my fighter's name up, man. But yeah, Hatton hit him with a body shot. You know what I'm saying? Like Hatton hit him with a vicious body shot. I remember that he was getting guys out of there with body shot. I mean, Hatton body attack was vicious, bro. I remember them fights. I remember all those fights. Hatton body shots were vicious. You know what I'm saying? Some vicious body shots, man. But dang, they got it 118, on the unofficial scorecard. They got it 118, 117 for Dalton, for my guy Dalton Smith. Dalton Smith clearly won this fight, they saying. You know, I'm just tuning in. Of course, I didn't want to miss this fight, man. But I'm tuning in now. Dalton Smith on the unofficial scorecards. I'm waiting to hear the official scorecards. You know, but on the unofficial scorecard, they got Dalton Smith 118 to 112. So they saying he clearly pretty much clearly won the fight against Casey Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna see if I can cut this audio up a little bit just to hear. I don't want to get no copyright. You know, I'm already getting a lot of I'm already got a major issue with YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't trying to get no copyright. So I got the audio. Hey, y'all guys in the chat, my brothers in the chat, y'all let me know if y'all can hear this audio real. Let me know if this audio too loud or not, as far as audio coming from the fight. So I'm just trying to get the score. I'm just trying to get the the verdict. This is the they finna give the verdict of the who won the fight. Going to the scorecards. 115, 114. 114, 112. 116, 113. Winner by unanimous decision. And still the British lightweight champion, Dalton Smith wins by unanimous decision. Dalton Smith wins by unanimous decision. Now I gotta go back. Honestly, let me cut this volume now, man, because it's kind of I got it on the lowest level and it's like still loud, bro. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, I gotta go back and rewatch this fight, man, because I started to tune in at round 12. You guys I just started this live, so I'm tuning in round 12, and these guys are going to war, going at it. But throwing combinations and just fighting right there, battling right there on the ropes, going toe to toe, just sort of in the center of the ring. But for what I was seeing, Dalton Smith was slightly edging that 12th and final round. You know what I mean? But I gotta go back and rewatch that fight, man. And like they saying that, one judge had it real close, had it split decision for going the other way for Benjamin. You know what I mean? Had it going the other way for Benjamin, for Casey Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? One judge had it, real close, and then one judge had it clearly had Dalton Smith clearly winning the fight. I think it was like 116, 112. No, it was actually 116, 113. I think one of those judges had it. But honestly, man, like I got to go back and rewatch that fight. On an unofficial scorecard, they had like 118 to 112 for Dalton Smith. You know what I mean? So like I said, I got to go back and rewatch the fight, and I can determine the outcome. Like I can score the fight, actually take my time, cut off of course I gotta mute the audio, do my own commentary, score each round, and from round 1 all the way to 12 to determine who won which round. You know what I mean? Of course y'all know how I get down, but yeah, so for the co-main event coming up next, you got Natasha Jonas versus Marie-Eve Dicaire. You know what I'm saying? I never seen Marie-Eve Dicaire fight. I never seen Marie-Eve fight before. Hopefully she's a good fighter. Hopefully she comes to fight. Hopefully it be an entertaining fight between her and Natasha Jonas. Natasha Jonas gonna come to fight every time. You know what I'm saying? That young lady can fight. That young lady can fight on the inside, the outside. She has very good timing, and her hand speed is pretty solid. And she will literally try to outbox you. But when she has to go to war, if the fight is forced to be fought on the inside or forced to be fought right there in the pocket, you know what I'm saying? Like, she will go to war. I love this young lady, man. Natasha Jonas is a great female fighter, female boxer, woman boxer. You know what I mean? She's like one of my favorite female fighters, you know what I'm saying, in women's boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad I'm able to catch her fight. You know what I mean? But much love and respect to my brothers in the chat. My brother KK said, "Who's going to win between Izzy and Barrera? Barrera. Is that you? Hey, KK, is that UFC? You talking about UFC? The UFC fight? The UFC bout? I don't know, man. I ain't really been tuning in to the UFC lately. You know, I think I missed quite a few fights. You know what I'm saying? But I am, to be honest with you, I am a big fan of Israel Adesanya. You know what I'm saying? You know, I am a big fan of Israel Adesanya, but I really been focused on boxing, man. I ain't really been tuned into the UFC. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna start back tuning in a little bit more. You know, start catching some of these fights. Might even do commentary for these fights. But yeah. I got to get back into that UFC, man. I ain't really been into UFC lately. You know what I mean? It's just my main focus has just been boxing. You know, that's just been my main focus. Is just boxing. You know what I'm saying? Yoshi Adams says I can hear the commentary. Yeah, man, I had to cut that volume down, because even if I cut the volume up at the lowest level, you know what I'm saying, it'll still be loud. You know what I mean? Coming through my headphones and coming through the audio on my computer. You know what I'm saying? So I had to most definitely cut that audio down, man, because I ain't trying to get no copyright and all that. I mean, I'm already in a situation with YouTube, man, where me and YouTube is not on good terms. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you see right now, it's like 4 of you guys, it's like 4 live viewers, and it's like 3 of you guys in the chat. I mean, 4 of you guys in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Normally, I used to have like 30 to like 80 to 100 live viewers. You know what I'm saying? My brother Pounds Boxio in the building. He says, salute Andrew Tucker. Much love and respect to my brother Pounds Boxio. Much love and respect to you, my great brother, man. Yeah, it was how you doing, my great brother? So we got my brothers in the building. Yoshi Adams. Much love and respect to my brother Yoshi Adams. Much love and respect to my brother KK. Much love and respect to my brother Pounds Boxio. Y'all know what time it is, man. You know, I'm finna get this live commentary. We got the co-main event coming up next. The co-main event is coming up next. And I think the co-main event is coming up next. I don't know. I think they showing it could be potentially. Oh, never mind. That's a commercial. I'm finna say, who is this guy? Who is this fighter hitting on the heavy bag? They're showing highlights of the next fight, which is not Jonas, which is not Natasha Jonas and Marie Eve DeCare. You know what I'm saying? But that's coming up next. The co-main event is coming up next, man. So let me cut this light on. So let me hit this light, man. I most definitely gotta have some light in here. You know what I'm saying? Starting to get dark outside. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Much love and respect to all my brothers in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me cut this light on real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I had to cut that light on real quick. You know what I'm saying? But let me get back to the chat, man. See what my brothers are saying. Yeah, man. Who y'all think gonna win the fight though? Who y'all got, Barrera or y'all got Hatton, man? I know. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, I feel like I feel like Hatton gonna probably win this fight, man. I think Hatton gonna win. I think Hatton gonna win. It's gonna be very exciting to watch, man. 2 legends go at it. Ricky Hatton and Marco Antonio Barrera. 2 legends go at it. Man, like, these guys have been in wars, bro. You know, these guys have been in great battles. These guys have been in wars. These guys are these guys are legends, man. These guys are Hall of Famers, man, and it's always an honor to see two legends get in the ring and fight each other, even though they way past their prime. It's still good to see Ricky Hatton back in the ring, man. It's good to see Ricky Hatton, a Hall of Famer, a legend back in the ring, man. It's good to see him back in the ring against another legend. I was a big fan of Ricky Hatton, bro. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. All those fights were great fights. The fights with Paulie Malignaggi. He was able to win by technical knockout. I'm talking about Ricky Hatton. He was able to win by technical knockout over a future champion and a real solid fighter with hand speed and good footwork like Paulie Malignaggi. He was able to win a technical knockout over him. I remember, I think it was like a fight before that when he went up against Juan Lascano. I think I remember that fight. And that was over there in the United Kingdom. And he was able to win a unanimous decision against the veteran Juan. I believe I'm pronouncing his name correctly. If I'm mispronouncing it, then please forgive me. Because Ricky Hatton was recovering. I mean, he was bouncing. He was able to bounce back and recover from a loss to Floyd Mayweather Jr., where he lost. Floyd beat him by technical knockout, but he was still giving Floyd a hard time. He was the pressure. Ricky Hatton had that pressure, man. He was very aggressive. He was very good at cutting off the ring and applying pressure. But that Floyd was one of the like best elite level pure boxer punchers, in the world. And Ricky Hatton went in there and competed against him and gave him some tough times. Somewhat in the fight. It was difficult. Floyd had to make the adjustments. Floyd had to dig down deep. I mean, Ricky Hatton really pushed Floyd Mayweather Jr. He pushed him. Like, he made Floyd dig down deep. It was moments in the fight he made Floyd uncomfortable. And Ricky Hatton was one of those fighters that brought out the best in Floyd Mayweather Jr. I don't care what nobody has to say. That was a tough fight for Floyd Mayweather Jr. Ricky Hatton was one of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s toughest fights of his career. Was one of his toughest fights. He made Floyd dig down deep, and he beat the guy. Ricky Hatton beat the guy that arguably in the first fight between Floyd Mayweather Jr. in the very first fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr., Ricky Hatton stopped. He knocked him out, and that's Jose Luis Castillo. Jose Luis Castillo. Ricky Hatton hit him with a vicious body shot. I think it was a devastating, hard-hitting body shot. Boom! To knock out Jose Luis Castillo. And Castillo was still dangerous at the time. And Floyd wasn't able to knock him out. Even when Floyd went up against Castillo for the second time in a rematch, Floyd wasn't able to knock out Castillo. Floyd still had hard times against Castillo in the rematch. He won, slightly got past Castillo in the rematch, where I had it like 7-5 or something like that. It was a very close fight, but it was a unanimous decision for Floyd Mayweather Jr. But Castillo gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. a hard time. But the first fight, I'm not gonna lie, I kid you not, I thought the fight was close. It was very close. But I thought that Jose Luis Castillo should have won that fight by split decision or unanimous decision against Floyd Mayweather Jr. the first fight. And I love Floyd. Floyd, one of my favorite fighters of all time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Ricky Hatton was a problem. He stopped Jose Luis Castillo. Juan Urango, tough fighters like that. He was able, that was undefeated at the time. Juan Urango was very tough. That dude was a monster. And Ricky Hatton was able to win the unanimous decision over him against that monster. And then, Ricky Hatton was able to win a unanimous decision over another one of my favorite fighters, coming up was Luis Collazo. Luis Collazo was a monster. Luis Collazo was a beast. He was an animal. And Ricky Hatton was able to win the unanimous decision over Luis Collazo in a very tough fight. That fight was a great fight, great battle. And Ricky Hatton was able to walk away with a unanimous decision over Luis Collazo. He also, Ricky Hatton, I remember when I was upset because I was like, man, I really thought Costa Tszyu was gonna win the fight. And Costa Tszyu was still, at the time, you can honestly say, well, that wasn't no. Some people, will make an argument and say, well, they can argue the fact or say that Costa Tszyu really wasn't the same fight or whatever. Going into the fight with Ricky Hatton, Costa Tszyu, I think, was like 31-0. I think Costa Tszyu had to been he probably only had one defeat or maybe one loss before he fought Ricky Hatton, stepping into the ring with Ricky Hatton. I believe Costa Tszyu only had like one loss or something like that. He was like 31 wins or something like that. Costa Tszyu was a monster. Costa Tszyu is a beast. And, Ricky Hatton was able to get a win, was able to get a win over a dangerous, hard-hitting, very awkward, technical brawler, boxer puncher in Costa Tszyu. Ricky Hatton is a legend, bro. He has beaten monsters in the ring. I say monsters. Costa Tszyu was a monster. Juan Urango was a monster. He's beaten monsters. Luis Collazo is a monster. We talking about a guy that almost came close to stopping Keith One-Time Thurman, at the time when he was a champion. You know what I'm saying? The younger version of Keith One-Time Thurman. But, Luis Collazo had some great fights. It had some tough fights. He was one of those dogs. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Hatton came up short. He came up short, against Manny Pacquiao. I think he had the wrong game plan in that fight. If could have been another if I knew the old Ricky Hatton that showed up against Paulo Malignaggi, that showed up against Floyd Mayweather Jr., but that Ricky Hatton that would have showed up against Jose Luis Castillo and Juan Urango would have been a little difficult for Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? But it was a great fight, and just Ricky Hatton just had the wrong game plan, but it was the best fight and the best. That's all it was all about. It was the best fight and the best, and things like that happens. We got two elite level fighters going at it. One fighter is going to lose, one fighter is going to win, but we're going to see who is the better man on that night. And then when you're talking about Marco Antonio Barrera, man, we talking about Marco Antonio Barrera. Y'all don't want to get me started, man. We talking about Marco Antonio Barrera, bro. We talking about a legend. We talking about a Mexican legend. A Mexican legend, bro. Marco Antonio Barrera was all about fighting the best. All about fighting the best. He fought nothing but killers in that ring. And I just got through mentioning one of them. Manny Pacquiao. You can probably now add Ricky Hatton, but I don't think he's gonna beat Ricky Hatton. Maybe way past their prime. I think at their ages, it's a good enough fight for where they're at their age. You know what I'm saying? In their primes, that would have been a war. That would have been a great fight stylistically. When you combine styles, that would have been a great fight. We talk about Marco Antonio Barrera with a aggressive Marco Antonio Barrera. That was a technical brawler, dangerous inside fighter. And a boxer puncher against Ricky Hatton. That was a dangerous inside fighter, a technical brawler, and a boxer puncher. When you combine both of those aggressive styles, when you combine fighters that's going to throw a lot of punches, fighters that's going to press the attack, that's going to come forward, that's going to look to take each other's heads off, in their primes, that would have been a great fight. I ain't not going to lie. Marco Antonio Barrera versus Ricky Hatton would have been a great fight. I mean, we talking about Marco Antonio Barrera was all about fighting the best fighters. I mean, he fought a Ricky Hatton and Ricky Hatton. You know, he fought a Ricky Hatton in his prime. When Ricky Hatton was in his prime, he fought a prime Ricky Hatton. I'm not Ricky Hatton, but he fought a prime Amir Khan. When Amir Khan was a problem for a lot of fighters. When Amir Khan was just one of those fast-footed fighters. Fast-footed or fast-feeded with hand speed and explosiveness. You know what I'm saying? He went up against Amir Khan. Win or lose, he went up against fighters like Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He went up against Marco Antonio Barrera. Some people were like, well, he wasn't in his prime. He was a little past his prime when he fought Manny Pacquiao. I don't want to hear those excuses. Marco Antonio Barrera was all about fighting the best. He fought against Manny Pacquiao. He went to war with Juan Manuel Marquez. He went to war with Juan Manuel Marquez. We talking about that was a war. That was a really high-paced, competitive, action-packed fight where fighters were throwing so many punches per round. Where fighters let their hands go when they were trying to destroy each other, kill each other. We talking about Marco Antonio Barrera and Juan Manuel Marquez, also a legendary fighter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I remember the fights when Marco Antonio Barrera against Rocky. I forget his last name, but this dude could fight. This dude could fight. And I was like, man, I'm looking at this guy. I was like, man, I don't know. I think Marco Antonio Barrera might lose against this guy, Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Or Rocky Juarez or something like that. I'm gonna get back to the chat in a minute. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. I just had to give you a little bit of history of these great legendary fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? Rocky Juarez. I think his name is last name Juarez. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe I'm jacking up the fighter's name like that, man. But that guy was a monster. The first fight, he beat him like the first fight. Marco Antonio Barrera beat Rocky, and Rocky was a problem, bro. The first fight he beat him by, I think it was like a split decision or something like that. It was a very close fight the first time. Marco Antonio Barrera came back and clearly won in unanimous decision, but it was still a great fight. The second fight, I remember the great fights with Marco Antonio Barrera. I remember the great fights with him and Johnny Tapia, which is another great fighter. We're talking about one of the best fighters in the world at the time. One of the best fighters in the world at the time, Johnny Tapia. You know what I'm saying? Marco Antonio Barrera. Y'all if y'all can find that fight on YouTube, find footage of that fight on YouTube, go look at that fight. Johnny Tapia versus Marco Antonio Barrera. Them guys was going to war, bro. Them guys was going to war. We talking about two warriors going at it, giving it their best. And Johnny Tapia was an animal. He was a beast. And so was Marco Antonio Barrera. When you combine them two animals and them two beasts, you're going to get an electrifying, epic, all-out war, brutal, epic battle. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got. I mean, I remember the fights with Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales. I remember those fights. I remember when Marco Antonio Barrera was able to win and defeat and able to score an upset over the young star Naseem Hamed. And we talking about a great fighter, one of the most slickest fighters, fundamentally sound fighters of all time as far as one of the most slickest fighters, other than Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard. I mean, we got a lot of slick. Vasily Lomachenko, not today we got a lot of slick fighters, but I'm telling you right now, like, man, Naseem Hamed, I thought he was gonna beat Marco Antonio Barrera. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna beat the top dog. I thought he was gonna beat the top dog at the time, but Marco Antonio Barrera showed him that experience and fighting the best guys and fighting the best guys and fighting killers and fighting monsters and going up against certain styles is going to slightly sometimes give you the edge. Experience. When I tell you that Marco Antonio Barrera went in there and made it a tough fight for Naseem Hamed. I mean, gave the young fighter more than what he can handle. Gave him more than what he can handle. It just made it so difficult. It's like there's nothing he can do with Marco Antonio Barrera. I mean, it was a good competitive fight in a way, but Marcos Antonio Barrera clearly went in there and slightly dominated that fight, bro. And I was like, man, I can't believe it's happening. This is taking place against Naseem Hamed. No, not against him. Marcos Antonio Barrera was just that great. He was just that good. Just like Ricky Hatton, you know what I mean? But it was a lot of great fights, man. A lot of great fights I've seen from Marco Antonio Barrera. Growing up, watching them fight. You know what I mean? Watching them fight growing up, watching them fight as a preteen and as a teenager. You know what I'm saying? All the way up until, to a young adult. It was an honor and a privilege to see Marco Antonio Barrera fight. It was an honor and privilege to see Ricky Hatton fight. It was an honor and privilege to see Ricky Hatton get in there and dominate. And so to see these two legends fight each other, man, way past their prime, they got a little something left, they feel. They compete against each other, but not against none of these young fighters out there. But it's going to be entertaining. It's going to be something to see. And I'm glad I'm doing live commentary for this fight, man. Let me get to this chat. Man. My brother Yoshi Adams says, I think it would be a tear up. Laughing out loud. My brother Yoshi Adams says, definitely one of the most exciting fighters the UK produced. Yeah, most definitely, man. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Hatton was my guy, man. Just like Marcos Antonio Barrera. Both of these fighters are my guys, man. Two of some of my favorite fighters, growing up, man. And, I ain't gonna lie. Two of some of my favorite fighters growing up. Marcos Antonio Barrera and Ricky Hatton. And much love and respect to both of those legends, man. Much love and respect to both of those legends. So I'm not going to really do live commentary. This is more of a watch party. A watch party with a little bit of commentary for this co-main event. I don't miss like 4 rounds, man. Just talking about two of the legends, man. So I missed 4 rounds of the co-main event. Well, you could say 3 rounds because we're in the 4th round right now. So Decare, they're going to war. Jonas and Decare, they're going to war. Oh, that was a nice right hook by Jonas. Nice right hook. Nice jab by Jonas. Decare's throwing. She's throwing like a 2-punch combination and then follow it with another. What followed up with a 1-2, but she's not landing. None of those punches are accurate. Nice jab by Decare. A nice 2-punch combination by Jonas on the fly. She attempts a 2-punch combination. Jonas, that is. That was avoided by DeCare. Nice jab. Nice jab by Jonas. Nice jab by DeCare. 3-punch combination by DeCare. Oh, those punches were blocked, but she got caught by a counter left hand. She got caught by a counter left hand by Jonas. By Natasha Jonas. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know who winning the fight, man. I can't believe I missed, like, just talking about the two legends, Ricky Hatton and Marco Antonio Barrera. I missed literally 3 rounds of the co-main event, but it's all good, man. I did want to see Natasha Jonas fight. I did want to see my guy Dalton Smith fight. And of course, Ricky Hatton, both of my guys, Ricky Hatton and Marco Antonio Barrera. I didn't want to miss their fight. I didn't want to miss this fight for nothing. And I figured I'd just do a little watch party with a little bit of commentary. I might go ahead and just do a full commentary for the main event. But the main event was going to be full commentary. It was going to be actual live commentary, but the other fights, just to save energy, was just going to be a little bit of commentary and just basically a watch party as we talk about fights and stuff like that, and just to tell you what's going on in the fights, tell you a little bit of what's going on in the fight, as far as like the Dalton Smith versus Casey Benjamin, Natasha Jonas versus Marie-Eve DeCare. But of course, I was going to save my energy and give you guys live commentary for the main event. Of course, I wanted to, it's just an honor and a privilege to do commentary for these two legendary, fighters. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Hatton and Marco Antonio Barrera. Let's get back to it. Round number 5. I'm going to get back to the chat in a minute. Yeah, these ladies are going at it. Oh, nice hook, right hook, left hook. Oh, nice a right hook, left hook to the body by DeCare. But Jonas was able to land a right hook, left hook to the head. That was very effective. Nice. Oh, that was a big, nice right hook, followed by left hook by Jonas. And DeCare comes back with a 2-punch combination. That was very effective. Yeah, they're starting to hit each other with some good shots. In the midst of combinations, and they're exchanging. In the middle of these exchanges, they're getting hit with some good shots. These two young ladies are going to war. I like what I'm seeing. I might slightly have I slightly edged that round for Jonas. I think she slightly edged that round. That 5th round was very close. Very close. Hold on. So let me start my stream over. Having a little bit of technical difficulties. All right, there we go. Much love and respect. I see you, man. My brother Det Marker 77712. Is the Hatton fight on now? No, the Hatton fight is coming up next. Right now, Det Marker, we in the co-main event. The co-main event right now, we in the co-main event, which is Natasha Jonas versus Marie-Eve DeCare. We in the co-main event right now. And we're in round number 6. Round number 6, in the co-main event. Ricky Hatton versus Marco Antonio Barrera is coming up next. The main event is coming up next. So that's in the next, I'll say the next 15 minutes. Well, actually next 20 minutes. So the main event is up next. And I think that's in the next 20 minutes actually. You could say the next 20 to 25 minutes or something like that. The co-main event is coming up next. Right now, we in the co-main event. Jonas versus Decare. You know, my girl Natasha Jonas versus Marie Eve Decare. And so that's the co-main event. You know, and then the main event the main event is next. Ricky Hatton versus Marco Antonio Barrera. So I give it like another 22 minutes or something like that. But thank you for joining me, my great brother. Thank you for joining me and my brothers, man. Thank you for joining us. Much love and respect to you, my great guy. And I want to know in the chat, man, who y'all think gonna win the fight though? I want to get something started, man. Y'all got Hatton? y'all got Hatton? Or do y'all got Hatton or do y'all got Barrera? Y'all got Hatton or Barrera? Who y'all got, man? I want to know in the chat who y'all got winning the main event. Y'all got Barrera or y'all got Hatton? Let me know. Y'all let me know who y'all got, man. Hatton or Barrera? Who y'all got? Talk to me. I think Hatton gonna win. I'm just being honest with y'all. I think Hatton gonna win. Oh man, Yoshi Adams says Hatton early stoppage. Ooh, wee. Hey Yoshi Adams, what is this gonna be, a body shot? You think Hatton gonna stop him? Gonna stop him to the body early? Cause you know Hatton was a vicious body attacker, man. You talking about a guy that was so good at going to the body and so vicious. I mean, was an animal with his body attack. You talking about a guy that was so vicious and an animal with his body attack. Like Hatton goes to his body, yeah. I don't, and the truth is, the legendary Marco Antonio Barrera don't like getting hit to the body. But don't count out. Hey, don't count out Marco Antonio Barrera now. You know what I mean? I mean, he hit you. Hat don't want to get hit by no big 1-2. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get hit by that one big 1-2, that big 1-2, and then a left hook on the chin. Nah, but this should be a good little entertaining fight between two legendary fighters, man, past their prime. But it's good to see that these two veterans are going at each other, man. They fighting each other, man. And I know they got so much love and respect for each other. That's what it's all about, man. This is all about, the best fighting the best. No matter how old you get or how old you are, or if you have pretty much made a mark on the sport of boxing and contribute to the sport of boxing, to build an empire, to lead the sport of boxing, and also to be considered as a legend. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Hatton, a legend. Marco Antonio Barrera is a legend. And it's an honor and a privilege to see these two legends fight each other, man. Even though it's way past their prime. Way past their prime. But it's an honor and a privilege to see these two legends go at it, man. My brother Yoshi Adams says Hatton early stoppage. My brother Yoshi Adams says roll back the years. Roll back the years. I feel you, bro. Yeah, I feel you, man. But it's nothing but love and respect for these gladiators, man. For these warriors, man. Ain't nothing but love and respect. You know what I'm saying? So let me get back to this fight. I believe it should be in the 8th round, the co-main event. Natasha Jonas versus Marie-Eve Dicaire. And Jonas landed in that last round. Jonas landed a big right hook on the chin. Oh my goodness. Good jab by Jonas, very effective. Another good jab by Jonas, very effective. Good jab by Dicaire, very effective. Oh, nice 2-punch combination by Jonas. It was a straight left lead to the body that set up a big right hook. Boom. Nice right hook, left hook to the body by Jonas. Dicaire tried to answer back with a 2-punch combination, but it wasn't effective. Dicaire with a 3-punch combination. She digs down to the body, then comes back upstairs to the head. None of these punches were effective. It was a 3-punch combination jab by Dicaire. 2-punch combination by Dicaire that was blocked by Jonas. They both are exchanging combinations. Good hook to the body by Jonas. Another good hook to the body by Jonas. Oh, they both exchange. They both are exchanging, letting their hands fly, letting their hands go. They both was able to land a few good shots in the middle of those exchanges. Oh, a nice 2-punch combination from Jonas. Oh, uppercut on the inside, followed by a hook by Jonas. 2-punch combination by Dicaire. A 1-2 by Dicaire that was blocked by Jonas. Two-punch combination by Jonas that was blocked by Dicaire. Dicaire is trying to land the left hand, but it's nowhere to be found because Jonas is doing a good job at moving her head. 2-punch combination by Jonas. A 2-punch combination by Dicaire. These punches were avoided by both fighters. They both exchange. They both are throwing exchanges. Both of the exchanges letting their hands go, throwing combinations. None of those punches were effective. Dicaire is bleeding out of her nose. She's bleeding out of her nose. That's a lot of blood coming out of her nose. Wow. Yeah, she's getting hit with some big shots though. I think that Jonas is landing the hardest shots between the two. I mean, Marie Dicaire she's actually landing some good shots here and there, on Jonas, but Jonas is slightly more effective, slightly a little bit more accurate. I mean, slightly a little bit more effective. She's accurate, and she's very effective with those shots she's landing, and some of those shots are very hard shots, landing on the jaw or the chin. Or you can say she's getting hit with some really big hard shots coming from Jonas. She's loading up on some big hard shots to the face of Marie, I got Jonas winning those I got Jonas winning the last couple of rounds, most definitely. Yeah, I most definitely got Jonas winning the last couple of rounds. I had her winning round. I had her winning round 6, 7, and 8. But Marie Dicaire, she was landing some good shots though. She was landing some good shots. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't enough to win those rounds. And so on the unofficial scorecard, they got it 79-74 for Jonas. And we in round number 9, scheduled for 10. Oh, nice 2-punch combination by Jonas. That was very effective. 3-punch combination by Dicaire, but she got caught on the inside with a 2-punch combination on the inside. Oh, they both exchanged hooks. Both hooks were effective. These young ladies are going to war. They're throwing counters. They're throwing combinations, accumulation of punches. But Jonas is getting the better of these exchanges. She's getting the better of the combinations. She's slightly accurate, slightly more effective, landing more. She's slightly outworking Marie Dicaire. But hey, much love and respect to both of these. Oh, that was a big hard left hand. A big hard left hand by Jonas. That catches Marie coming in. Marie has got Jonas on the ropes with a 4-punch combination. With accumulation of punches on the ropes. None of those punches were effective. But she was up. But before that, she was landing a few shots here and there. You know, the Marie Dicaire is, you know, she came to fight. She's showing a lot of heart, determination, a lot of grit, toughness. She's letting her hands go, letting her hands fly, mixing up her attack. You know, Jonas is doing a good job of blocking a lot of those shots, avoiding a lot of those shots, using good head movement. And when it comes in the middle of when it comes to exchanging, and in the middle of the exchanging, Jonas is getting the best of her. You know, but man, that was a big left hand that Marie was able to land. You know, as I look at it yeah, they both traded shots, but Marie was able to get a nice, good, hard left hand in there. You know, but Jonas was hitting her with more power shots. She was hitting her with more power shots and more harder shots. You know, she was just slightly more effective, more accurate, and slightly a little bit more busier than Marie. 2-punch combination from Jonas. Oh, they both were exchanging combinations. They both were going to war. Oh, they both traded hooks. Oh, a nice 1-2 by Jonas. Very effective. Oh, a nice hook by Marie. A nice hook by Jonas. Oh, a big left hand from Marie. That was very effective. These girls are going to war. They're trying to stop each other. They're trying to stop each other. They're trying to make a statement. They're trying to stop each other. They're trying to make a statement. These girls are going to war. Jab by Jonas. Jab to the body by Jonas. Jab to the head by Jonas. Nice 2-punch combination to the head by Jonas. Oh, that was a big left hand by Marie. Oh, Marie get hit by a big left hook by Jonas. And it was the right hook that set up the left hook. Oh, uppercut on the inside by Jonas. 2-punch combination by Marie. That was blocked by Jonas. Jab. They both exchange jabs. None of those jabs are effective. 2-punch combination by Marie. 2-punch combination by Jonas. Marie is digging down to the body of Jonas, but she can't land anything clean. Nice hook to the body by Marie. Nice little 2-punch combination on the inside by Jonas. Oh, nice hook to the body by Marie. Very effective. Yeah, these ladies are holding. They're slightly holding and hitting a little bit. They're tired. These ladies are tired, but they still fighting. They're still digging down deep. They're still fighting. Oh, nice hook to the body by Jonas. Oh, nice overhand left. Nice overhand left by Marie. Very effective. Oh, she attempts another overhand left. But Jonas was able to make her miss. Was able to slip that shot. And the fight is in the co-main event is over. And the fight is over. Hey man, that was kind of entertaining a little bit, man. I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of entertaining. I think most definitely. Hey, much love and respect. I'm gonna get to the chat in a minute, guys. Don't worry. Hey, much love and respect to Marie Dicaire. Marie Dicaire came to fight, man. She showed a lot of heart, grit, toughness. She came to fight. I know she was looking for a stoppage because I know she got that feeling that she could be, you know, a little behind on the scorecards. But she was looking for the stoppage. She was trying to dig down deep to look for the stoppage. Loading up on big shots, trying to get Natasha Jonas out of there. Same thing for Natasha Jonas. Same thing for her. She was trying to get Marie Dicaire out of there and make a statement. Like, listen, you want to go to war? I'm going to go to war with you. But I'm going to try to knock you out in the process. It was a great fight, though. But I think most definitely, it's going to be a unanimous decision for Natasha Jonas. In a great fight, though. I got to go back and watch that fight because I missed like the first 3 rounds, and then I was able to tune back. I actually missed half of round 4. I missed round 5, and I came in round I think I saw a little bit of round 5, and I came in, saw round 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, of course. Yeah, but it's most definitely a unanimous decision for Natasha Jonas, one of the best female fighters in the world. Marie Eve DeCare is a great fighter as well. It was my first time seeing her fight. This was a very fun, entertaining fight. It was a battle. It was a war. And both of these ladies wasn't trying to lose. When you got two fighters that ain't trying to lose, two fighters that come to go to war, that comes to step in there, that comes to fight, but that looking to go to war, that looking to make a statement, not display their skill, not just display their skills, or show that they can fight, they can box, or they tough, or they dangerous. But you got two fighters that's looking to get you out of there, looking to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? To prove that I am the best. I'm one of the best, but I am the best. You got to have that confidence. And I think that's the mentality. That's the mentality of both of these ladies, both of these warriors, Natasha Jonas and Marie Eve DeCare. And I believe it's like a unanimous decision. So Marie won. I think it was a unanimous decision. Let me cut the audio up a little bit. Let me cut the volume up.
Three times a champion in 2022, and now she stands on the brink of a fight for undisputed against WBA champ Terry Harper. We've seen that movie before.
Yeah, so Jonas will go on to fight Terry Harper in the undisputed bout, and I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her, man. Her against Terry Harper, that's a great fight. That's a great fight for undisputed. Terry Harper versus Natasha Jonas for Natasha Jonas versus Terry Harper for undisputed bout. That's gonna be a great fight, man. I ain't gonna miss that one. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't gonna miss that one. Yeah, so Natasha Jonas win unanimous decision. Like I said, she was gonna win. She was gonna win a unanimous decision. It was a great fight though. It was a great fight. Marie Eve DeCare came to fight. She came to fight. She just came up short against the slightly better fighter, and Natasha Jonas, and she's winner by unanimous decision. Now we getting ready for this main event. I'm about to go grab some water, man. Let me get to this chat. This chat real quick. Much love and respect. My brother Yoshi Adams says Hatton early stoppage. My brother Yoshi Adams says roll back the years, laughing out loud. Yeah, me void, Evolver, Hatton winner. My brother my guy Evolver says Hatton winner. Yeah, I think Hatton gonna win. I think Hatton gonna win. My brother Pure Row in the building. Hey, if you're not subscribed, go subscribe to my brother. To one of the generals of the YouTube boxing community. Go subscribe to my brother Pure Row. Pure Row is in the building. Brother Pure Row. PFM. He says, what up, Andrew Tucker? How you doing, my great brother, man? Thank you for joining me live. Yeah, we're getting ready for the main event. It's going to be a great fight, man. Between two legendary fighters. You know what I'm saying? Marco Antonio Barrera versus Ricky Hatton. You know what I mean? And earlier, Piro, before you got in here, man, I was going over the history of both fighters. I was going over the history of Ricky Hatton. I was going over the history of Marco Antonio Barrera. Two great legendary fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? And they way past their prime, but even at their ages now, it's still an entertaining fight to see them fight each other. Way past their prime. Two legends going at it. It's just a fun fight. It's just a little entertaining fight to watch. A little entertaining fight to see. You know what I mean? And I know this fight would have been a great battle in their primes. Like Ricky Hatton versus Marco Antonio Barrera. These two type of styles in their prime. Oh my goodness, or a little past their prime. Oh my goodness, bro. That would have been a dog fight. I kid you not. You talking about Ricky Hatton in his prime against Marco Antonio Barrera in their prime? That would have been a dog fight. Some people probably would have gave it to Marco Antonio Barrera. Some people would, well, be like, well, that's a close fight, a 50-50 fight. Or some people would have slightly gave it to Ricky Hatton based on styles. You know what I'm saying? Because they both have fought killers. They both have fought champions and great fighters and dangerous fighters. And I went over their resumes, like as far as like their best fights, their best wins. I went over that earlier, Piro, and yeah, man. He says, "What channel are they fighting on?" Well, I'm watching the fight. I was a friend of mine was able to hook me up with the stream, for Sky Sports. So that's basically how I'm watching. The fight is actually on Sky Sports now. That's how I'm watching it. A good friend of mine was able to hook me up to be able to watch it, on Sky Sports. No, it's nothing like pirating or nothing like that. It's something that he actually is paying for and things of that nature. But I don't know where the fight is being telecast over here in the United States. Like over here in the United States of America, I don't know where the fight is being telecast. I don't know where the fight is being telecast over here in the United States. To be honest with you, I don't know where it's being telecast over here in the States. But I know Sky Sports is how I'm watching it on. How I'm watching the fight is on Sky Sports. And like I said, a friend of mine was able to hook me up with the stream, and I was like, that's how I'm able to watch the fight. But I'm watching it on Sky Sports. But like I don't know, and that's a good question, Pira. I don't know where it's being telecast in the United States of America. I don't know where it's being telecast. I don't know. I can find out real quick just in case you want to watch it, Piro. Let me see. Hatton versus. Well, I got you, Piro. I can tell you real quick. Hatton versus Barrera. In U.S., of course. So I'm trying to see where is it being telecast over here in the United States of America? Where is it being telecast at? And what network? Not network, but I'm tripping. Trying to see, because I know if I'm able to watch, if I'm watching it on Sky Sports, Sky Sports, let me see, it has to be, it normally would be telecast on the Zone. I could be wrong, but I don't know why I don't see it. I wonder if it's even being telecast. But because if it's on, because I know if it's because I'm watching it on Sky Sports through a friend, through a hookup, through a friend, through a friend. Then I'm trying to think. Normally, if it's Sky Sports over there in the United Kingdom, then it has to be either the Zone over here in the United States of America. And I don't know why I don't see it. I wonder if it's being telecast like over here. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Give me a second, because I just want to make sure that I can find it, just in case my some of you guys want to watch it. But I know my brothers in the UK, y'all good. If y'all are able to watch the fight, I know y'all are straight. And if you ain't not able to watch the fight, that's okay. I'm gonna give you live commentary. One of the best to do it. Y'all know what time it is with me. All right, so let me go back. Time. All right, so let me see. I think I might have found something. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I tell you, I know where I can find out. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Let me see. So it's not okay. So it's I'm watching it on Sky Sports. So in the UK it's Sky Sports. In the US, it's nothing. I mean, it's not showing. Like I went on the Zone. I'm on the Zone website, and in the US, is I don't think it's no app or whatever that's telecasting. In the US, there's no app that's telecasting the fight. The Zone not telecasting. Not of course not no ESPN. Of course not. And no other app or network. I mean, I can think of that's telecasting the fight. It's just you're only able to watch. And how I'm watching this, like I said, I got hooked up by a friend, and I'm watching it on Sky Sports. You know what I mean? That's how I'm watching the fight. The US is like nothing. It's like I don't even think it's being telecast in the United States at all. Now, man, so if I didn't get the hookup, I mean, I would have been out of gas, man. You know what I'm saying? I would have been out of gas, man, because I believe if Sky Sports is telecasting the fight for my brothers and sisters in the United Kingdom, then I know that the Zone would have been for the U.S., for the United States, for my brothers and sisters in the United States of America. So yeah, that sucks, man. That sucks. My brother My brother Puro says would have been great versus Morales. Would have been dope too. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah, that would have been crazy, Puro. That would have been crazy, bro. My brother Puro says probably not. He says, thank you, sir. Ain't no problem, Puro, man. I wish you was able to watch it over here in the United States, man. Over here. He says probably on the Spanish channels, i.e. Telemundo, etc. Yeah, I feel you. And you could be right, Puro. You could be right about that. You know what I'm saying? You most definitely could be right about that, brother. You know what I mean? But here we go with the main event. I'll be right back. I'm finna go grab me something to drink. I'll be right back because y'all know I'm finna go in with this commentary. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know I'm about to go in with this commentary, man. Y'all know what time it is. I am about to go in with this commentary. So I'm gonna play a little bit of music until I get back. I'll be right back, man. I'm finna go get me something to drink. About to go get me something. Hold on, time out. This ain't the main event? What's going on? Hold on, no, this is the main event. Here come Marco Antonio Barrera coming down to the ring. Hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Let me go get something to drink. Let me go grab something to drink real quick, and I'll be right back. Let's go, baby. The main event. I think both fighters are in the ring. I think. I'm going to cut this music off. I think both fighters in the ring. No, here come Ricky Hatton. Let's go. Here come Ricky Hatton, baby. Let's go. Ricky Hatton versus Marco Antonio Barrera. Here we go, baby, for the main event. Two legendary fighters. Two historical figures. Two boxing historical figures. Yeah, I said it. Two boxing historical figures. Two legendary fighters. Ricky Hatton versus Marco Antonio Barrera, baby. Let's go. Ricky Hatton fighting out of the United Kingdom. representing Manchester United Kingdom. Manchester United Kingdom, one of the legends, Ricky Hatton. Y'all know what time it is, man. Ricky Hatton is back. The Hitman. The Hitman is back. The Hitman is back. That's right. The Hitman is back. Ricky Hatton. The Hitman is back. Let's go. The Hitman is back. The Hitman is back against the legendary Marco Antonio Barrera, the babyface assassin. Yes. I don't forget. I never forget. I always remember. I never forget. These are two legendary fighters, bro. I grew up watching these fighters, bro. Let's go. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? This so I don't care if they way past their primes. They still able and still in shape and good enough shape to compete against each other. Not against these young killers, but against each other, man. The legendary Marco Antonio Barrera, 67 wins, only 7 defeats, 44 wins coming by the way of knockout. The babyface assassin, Marco Antonio Barrera, a legend in the sport, against Ricky Hatton, the Hitman, 45 wins, only 3 defeats, 32 wins coming by the way of knockout. The Hitman, he's back. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I have so much love and respect for both of these warriors. Like, I'm so serious, man. It's gonna be an honor and a privilege to cover this fight. It's an honor and a privilege. Thank you guys for joining me, man. Thank you guys for joining me, man. Much love and respect. It's an honor and it's a privilege to cover this fight. You know what I'm saying? Especially, imagine if they fought each other in their primes, though, or a little past their primes. Based on their styles, man, that would have been an epic battle. That would have been a war. But it's an honor and a privilege to cover these two legends fight, to cover their fight. It's an honor and a privilege. I didn't want to miss it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to miss it. I had to do it. This fight is more important than any other fight right now that's going on, or any UFC fight or anything else right now. This fight is more important, bro. This fight, this is more. This is the love and respect that I have for these two warriors, these two gladiators, these two legends. That's the love and respect that I have for these two legends, these two warriors, these two gladiators, these two legendary historical figures. Ricky Hatton, Marco Antonio Barrera, bro. They have given me nothing but some beautiful memories. They have given me some exciting times in my life growing up from a teenager. You know what I'm saying? To a young adult, man. And so it's nothing but love and respect that I have for these two warriors, these two gladiators, man. You know what I mean? And I had to cover this fight. Ain't no other fight right now that's taking place tonight, any other fight on any other card or UFC more important than this fight right now, bro. And not just my opinion. I respect everybody else's opinion. And how they feel about other fights, when it comes to fights versus this one. But this one is more important than any, bro. This one is more important. This one is one that I care for. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I don't have no love and respect for all the other fighters. If I can catch those fights, and go back and rewatch those fights, do a recap or whatever, I will. But there's other fights tonight. But it's not more important than the two legends going at it, bro. I don't care if they way past their prime. I don't care if they way past their prime and they at a certain age now. It doesn't matter to me, man. These are two legends going at it, and it's nothing but love and respect, and it's out of honor, the honor that I have. It's out of honor, love, and respect. Because these are two fighters I grew up watching, man. These are two fighters that made at one point in time that gave boxing that gave boxing that boost it needed. The Ricky Hatton, the Marco Antonio Barrera. These are times that when everybody fought everybody, and nothing got in the way of certain fights we wanted to see. These gladiators was willing to fight the best, only the best. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't always about the money. It was all about legacy with these two gladiators, with these two warriors. And that's why I got the utmost respect and nothing but love and respect for these two warriors. And that's why I'm doing live commentary for this fight. I couldn't miss it. But I'm going to get to the chat in a minute. Much love and respect in the chat, man. Much love and respect to every single one of you guys. You know what I'm saying? Much love and respect to every single one of you guys, man. But I couldn't miss this. I'm sorry. I could not miss this, man. I could not miss this. I'm sorry. I could not miss this. I could not miss this. But anyways, I'm gonna cut the audio up just a little bit. Here we go. Ricky Hatton versus Marco Antonio Barrera. Here we go. Round number 1 is about to begin. Here we go. Round number 1. Here we go. Marco Antonio Barrera. Ricky Hatton. Here we go. Let's go, man. Two legends going at it. Let's go. Round number 1. Here we go. Let's get it. Marco Antonio Barrera with the jab. He's circling. He's moving. Jab by Marco. Jab by Marco. Jab by Barrera. Batch. Jab by. Oh, nice little uppercut on the inside by Barrera. Jab by Ricky Hatton was avoided by Barrera. 2-punch combination. A nice jab by Ricky Hatton. Jab by Barrera. Another jab by Barrera. None of these punches are effective. Punches are being blocked by Ricky Hatton. Jab by Barrera. Jab by Ricky Hatton. Hold on for a second, guys. Hold on for a second. I got to refresh my screen. Something going on. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I know I'm missing the first round. I apologize. I want to apologize to you guys. Oh, here we go. All right. All right, here we go. Dang, I missed a little bit of I missed a half of the first round, but it's okay. I'm back in business. Let's go. They both are throwing combinations. 2-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. Oh, they both exchanged jabs. Jabs were effective. Nice 1-2 by Barrera. That was blocked by Ricky Hatton. Good jab by Barrera. Very effective. 2-punch combination by Barrera. 3-punch combination by Barrera. That was blocked by Ricky Hatton. Jab by Ricky Hatton. Hook to the body by Barrera. Very effective. Oh, nice right hand. That was a big right hand by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. Oh, hook to the body by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. 3-punch combination by Barrera. That was blocked by Ricky Hatton. Jab by Barrera. 2-punch combination by Barrera. Was blocked by Ricky Hatton. Jab by Barrera. Was avoided by Ricky Hatton. I don't know. Hey, I ain't gonna be honest. I don't know who won that first round. Hey, them guys looking good, man, for their age, man. Hey, for their ages, man, them guys looking good, man. I ain't gonna even lie. Them guys looking good for their ages, man. I'm not gonna even lie. That was a good first round. That was a good first round, man. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't know who won that first round. I gotta go back and replay that first round. I can't do it right now though. Man, that was a good first round. Very competitive first round. I don't know. You make it slightly have given it to Ricky, maybe slightly have given it to Hatton, but I don't know. Seemed pretty close to me, but I missed a little bit of the round. Oh, left hook by Ricky Hatton. Oh, overhand right by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. 3-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. Uppercut on the inside by Ricky Hatton. Was very effective. Jab by Barrera. Jab by Ricky Hatton. None of those jabs were effective. 2-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. The right hand landed. Or the nice little sneaky little left hook on the inside by Ricky Hatton. Followed by a 2-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. Was very effective. Hook to the body by Barrera. That was a right hook by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. Oh, left hook to the body by Barrera. Very effective. Oh, a 3-punch combination by Barrera. But it was the right hand that landed. Barrera. Oh, that was a big left hook by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. 3-punch combination by Barrera. Barrera sneaks in a left hook. That was very effective. 2-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. Barrera with the left hook was avoided by Ricky Hatton. Oh, nice uppercut on the inside by Barrera. Very effective. This is the 8-round fight. I knew it was going to be an 8-round fight. Hook to the body by Ricky Hatton. Barrera better be careful. 2-punch combination by Barrera. Another 3-punch combination by Barrera. That was a 2-punch and then 3-punch combination by Barrera. Those punches were blocked. But nice little sneaky uppercut on the inside by Barrera. Barrera with the jabs. These jabs are being blocked by Ricky Hatton. Hey, that was a pretty good round, but I gave it to Barrera. That was a pretty good round, but I slightly gave it to Barrera. Could have been kind of close. Round could have been kind of close. Slightly close. I mean, kind of close. And he slightly edged that to Barrera. Slightly edged it to Barrera. Yeah, I just think that Barrera was I think he slightly threw a little bit more. He's slightly a little bit more accurate, a little bit more effective. Ricky was landing some good shots, though. Ricky was landing some good shots. I thought that round was kind of close, but I slightly edged it to Barrera. Oh, uppercut on the inside. There was a left hook followed by uppercut on a right hook followed by right uppercut on the inside by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. Barrera's trying to load up with trying to set up the uppercut, trying to load up on an uppercut, but Ricky Hatton doing a good job at making them avoid that shot. Jab by Barrera, blocked by Ricky Hatton. Oh, nice hook to the body by Barrera, nice hook to the head by Ricky Hatton. Both punches were effective. Ricky Hatton trying to set up a right hand, but it was avoided by Barrera. Barrera tried to attempt the hook, but it was avoided by Ricky Hatton. A straight left to the body. Left hook to the body by Barrera. Barrera sticking and moving. Ricky Hatton with a right hand. Barely landed, but it landed. Left hand to the body by Barrera. They both exchanged jabs. 2-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. That was avoided by Barrera. Barrera tried to sneak an uppercut. Ricky Hatton tried to sneak a left hook. But these punches they was able to avoid each other's shots. Ricky Hatton. Oh, uppercut on the inside by Barrera. Catches Ricky Hatton coming in. Jab by Barrera. Jab by Barrera. Jab by Barrera. Another jab by Barrera. But these punches are being avoided by Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton was able to land a jab of his own. Was able to land a jab. Through a jab of his own, was able to land that jab. Yeah, that round was very close, man. That round was very close. Much love and respect to my brothers in the chat, man. Much love and respect to my brothers in the chat. It said my brother Heartless cunt says anyone pulled the pants. Did he? I don't know what you're saying, brother. Hey man, this is a good fight between two veterans, man. It's a good fight. I may have slightly gave that round to Ricky Hatton. I slightly edged that round to Ricky Hatton. I may have slightly edged that round. That round was kind of close, but I might have slightly edged that round for Ricky Hatton. You know what I'm saying? The round was kind of close though. Here we go. Round number jab by Barrera. Here we go. Round number 4. I got it 2-1 for Ricky Hatton. 2-1. Hooks to the body by Ricky Hatton. Followed with a hook, followed by a hook to the head. That 2-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. A left hook to the head, right hook to the body by Ricky Hatton that landed. Right hook to the body by Ricky Hatton landed. Was very effective. Ricky Hatton with a 2-punch combination. Ricky Hatton with a leaping left hook. That was very effective. Jab to the body by Barrera. Left hand to the body by Barrera. That was avoided by Ricky Hatton. Oh, that was a big left hand. A big left hand that landed for Barrera. That was a big right hand that landed for Ricky Hatton. Double jab by Ricky Hatton. That was blocked by Barrera. Jab by Barrera. That was avoided by Ricky Hatton. Oh, a double jab followed by a left hand coming from Barrera. That was avoided by Ricky Hatton. Hook by Ricky Hatton. Hook to the body by Ricky Hatton. Hook to the head that was avoided by Barrera, but it was a hook to the body that landed for Ricky Hatton. Jab by Ricky Hatton. Hook to the body by Ricky Hatton. That was very effective. Barrera tried to sneak an uppercut on the inside, but it was avoided by Ricky Hatton. He caught Ricky Hatton with a short little left hook. Coming in. He caught Ricky Hatton coming in with a short little left hook. They both are jabbing, but making each other miss. Good jab by Barrera. Good jab by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. 3-punch combination by Barrera. Avoided by Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton with a 2-punch combination. Avoided by Barrera. Jab by Barrera. That was blocked by Ricky Hatton. Man, that was a good round. Hey, much love and respect to everybody in the chat, man. All of my brothers, man. All the generals in the building. All the kings in the building. Hey, man, this is a great fight, man. That was another close round. Another close round. But I slightly gave it to Ricky. I slightly edged it to Ricky. You know what I'm saying? It was a close round. Slightly edged it to Ricky, man. These guys, for their age, these guys is not looking bad at all, man. Barrera is not looking bad at all. Ricky Hatton is not looking bad at all for their ages, man. These guys came to fight, and for them to be battling each other, you know what I'm saying? It's not a bad fight at all, man, for their ages, man. These guys still looking sharp enough to compete against each other. Not these young fighters, not the young fighters, but against each other. You know, I don't know. They might can whip up on some of these young fighters. I don't know. I could be wrong, but we ain't gonna chance that. We ain't gonna chance that. We gonna let these fights stay between two. Oh, big right hand by Ricky Hatton. Another big right hand by Ricky Hatton. Followed by left hook. By another left hook. Was blocked by Barrera. Oh, left hand by Barrera. Very effective. Hook to the body by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. Good jab by Barrera. Oh, nice 2-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. Hook to the body by Barrera. Very effective. Ricky Hatton comes on with an onslaught of punches. But Barrera was able to make him miss all those shots. At least like 5 shots in a row. Oh, combination. Uppercut on the inside. Hook to the body by Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton is starting to get in his groove. He started to get in the rhythm. 3-punch combination by Barrera. Barrera tries to load up an uppercut on the inside, but got caught by a hook by Ricky Hatton. Hook to the body. Hook to the body by Ricky Hatton. Excuse me. 3-punch combination by Marco Antonio Barrera. Those shots were blocked by Ricky Hatton. Jab to the head, jab to the body. Both of those shots were effective by Marco Antonio Barrera. Double jab, followed by a left hand by Marco Antonio Barrera. That was avoided by Ricky Hatton. Right hand by Ricky Hatton. That was very effective. Seemed like the right hand might have slightly bothered Marco Antonio Barrera. Oh, that was a big left hook that landed by Marco Antonio Barrera. That was a big left hook. A big left hook that landed on the chin of Ricky Hatton. 3-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. 2 of those punches were effective. Jab by Barrera. Man, this is a great... Hey, these legends are going at it, man. The great, legendary Marco Antonio Barrera, the babyface assassin. 67 wins, only 7 defeats, 44 wins coming by the way of knockout. You know, listen, man. He came to fight against the legendary Ricky Hatton. 45 wins, only 3 defeats. 32 wins coming by the way of knockout. The Hitman himself, UK's own Ricky Hatton. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, these guys are fighting, man. I love what I'm seeing. These guys are fighting, bro. I mean, and I'll be honest with you. Of course, they're not the same fighters they were in their prime, but they're looking good and they're doing pretty good for their ages, man. For these guys to be way out of their prime, these guys are looking good, great, man. I ain't gonna lie, these guys are looking great, and they putting on a great display of boxing, and it's a great, entertaining fight, man. I am not gonna lie, this is so entertaining to see. This is so fun to watch, and this is nothing but an honor and a privilege to call and do live commentary for these 2 legends, man. I would never thought I'd see the day that these guys would be fighting each other, man. 3-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. Avoided by Marco Antonio Barrera. 2-punch combination by Marco Antonio Barrera. Ricky Hatton tried to load up on the right hand, but it was avoided by Marco Antonio Barrera. Ricky Hatton is loading up on big shots, but Marco Antonio Barrera is making a miss and keeping them at bay with the jab. Jab by Marco Antonio Barrera. Another jab, but these shots are being blocked by Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton, they on the ropes. Oh, 3-punch combination by Marco Antonio Barrera. These punches were blocked by Ricky Hatton. I think it was accidental headbutt. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Let's go, legends. Let's go, legends. Jab by Marco Antonio Barrera. That was blocked by Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton is coming forward. Now Marco Antonio Barrera is pushing him back. No, that was a nice left hand by Marco Antonio Barrera. It was also a nice left hook. Oh, that was the big left hook by Ricky Hatton. And a right hand. A nasty left hook and a nice right hand by Ricky Hatton that landed on the chin of Marco Antonio Barrera. But he's still coming forward. 2-punch combination by Marco Antonio Barrera that was avoided by Ricky Hatton. Oh, they both are exchanging, throwing combinations. None of these punches are effective. Break it up, ref. Let's go. Break it up, ref. That was a nice little sneaky little left hook by Marco Antonio Barrera. Ricky Hatton tried to answer back. Oh, that was a nice 2-punch combination by Marco Antonio Barrera to end the 6th round. I think that was the 6th round, either the 6th or 7th round. Oh, Ricky Hatton. They doing it. Oh, they hitting on them drums. Banging on them drums. Oh, Ricky Hatton. Y'all remember them days, right? Hey, but I got Ricky Hatton winning the fight, man. I gave like Marco Antonio Barrera like 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying? 2 rounds in the fight. I think this is round number 7, I think. This 7. I gave Marco Antonio Barrera, but listen, hey, man, Marco came to fight, man. He was able to land a few good hard shots. He was able to land some good body shots. He was able to land some good shots in the middle of a throwing combination and accumulation of punches, a few good counters. But Ricky Hatton is getting him, man. He's slightly outpointing him, slightly outworking him, hitting him also with some hard shots. And most definitely slightly slightly outboxing in a way, outboxing Marco Antonio Barrera in a great fight though. We in round number 7. Scheduled for 8. Oh, they both are throwing combinations. But none of those punches were effective. Double jab by Marco Antonio Barrera. Oh, that was a big leaping hook. A big leaping left hook by Ricky Hatton. No, a nice 2-punch combination by Ricky Hatton. A nice 2-punch combination by Marco Antonio Barrera. Those punches were effective. Now both fighters are starting to go to war. Oh, that was a nice left hand to the body by Marco Antonio Barrera. Oh, that was a nice hook by Marco Antonio Barrera. He digs down to the body, then comes back upstairs. Oh, Ricky Hatton with a nice hook to the body. Break it up rough. Oh, a nice little left hand on the inside by Marco Antonio Barrera. Very effective. Oh, left hand to the body. Left hand to the head by Marco Antonio Barrera. Left hand to the body, then left hand to the head. Oh, that was a big right hand by Ricky Hatton, followed by a left hook, but that was avoided by Marco Antonio Barrera. Oh, nice uppercut on the inside by Ricky Hatton, but that was a nice left hook by Marco Antonio Barrera. That landed. 20 seconds to go in the 7th round. Oh, nice uppercut on the inside by Marco Antonio Barrera. 2-punch combination by Marco Antonio Barrera. That was blocked by Ricky Hatton. Oh, hook to the body by Marco Antonio Barrera. Another hook, a left hook, right hook to the body by Marco Antonio Barrera to end that round. Yeah, I gave that round. It was a good round. It was a competitive round and somewhat of a close round, but I gave that round to Marco Antonio Barrera. Yeah, I gave that round to Marco Antonio Barrera. Yeah, this fight is kind of a close. It's kind of a close fight now. I get that last round to Marco Antonio Barrera. Saying Ricky Hatton is up by a round. He's now up by 1 round. Yeah, Ricky Hatton is up by 1 round. Here we go in the 8th and final round. I'm gonna get to the chat in a minute, guys. Don't worry. Round number 8. So, I mean, if Marco Antonio Barrera wins this round, it's going to be scored a draw. Double jab, unless nobody gets robbed, or judges may see it differently, but I think if Marco Antonio Barrera wins this round, if Ricky Hatton wins this round, then yeah, he wins a unanimous decision because he'll be up by 2 rounds. Because right now he's up by 1 round. Oh, that was a big left hook by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. Marco Antonio need this round to at least declare this a draw. He talking trash to Ricky. They both talking trash. Oh, big right hand by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. Oh, that was a nice little sneaky little left hook by Marcos Antonio Barrera on the inside. Ricky Hatton tried to sneak a uppercut. Hook to the body by Ricky Hatton. Oh, nice 2 good jabs by Marco Antonio Barrera. 2 good jabs, 2 hard jabs too. Like he tried to knock his head off with them jabs. Oh, double jab by Marco Antonio Barrera, and he switched his stance and tried to counter Ricky Hatton. What the world? Oh, big right hand by Ricky Hatton. Yeah, I think Ricky's edging the round. Marco Antonio Barrera, man, you need to throw some combinations, man, to land every single shot. Oh, that was a nice overhand right by Ricky Hatton. Very effective. Oh, nice 3-punch combination by Marcos Antonio Barrera. But there was a left hook that landed. It was a left hook that landed for Ricky Hatton. Well, a right hook that landed for Ricky Hatton. They both are exchanging, throwing combinations. They are going to war. They're going to war, throwing the flurry of punches. Both throwing accumulation of punches, going to war. to end the round. That's the last and final round. They went to war through accumulation of punches, going toe to toe to end the 8th and final round, man. Hey, what a great fight between two legends, man. What a great fight between two legends. My brother Ben Gunn in the building. My brother Enlightened Turtle says, nice one, bro. Hey, thank you for joining me, man. I'm going to add you as a moderator, bro. I'm going to add you as a moderator, man. No problem at all. You know what I'm saying? No problem at all. My brother Ben Gunn in the building. But my brother Enlightened Turtle, much love and respect to you, my great brother. My brother Puro, much love and respect to you, my great brother. My brother Yoshi Adams, my great brother Yoshi Adams, much love and respect to you, my great brother. My brother Det Marker, much love and respect to you, my great brother. My brother Pounds Boxio, much love and respect to you, my great brother. My brother KK, much love and respect to you, my great brother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that was a great fight. Hey, that was a great fight, man. I ain't gonna lie. That was a great fight, man. I enjoyed that between two of the legends going at it, man. I gotta get a little bit of this audio. Let me see. Here we go. It's gonna be. Hey, go ahead and score the draw. Even though Ricky Hatton won by 2 rounds. Ricky won by unanimous decision. He won. Ricky Hatton.
Well, after 8 rounds of exhibition boxing, there are no judges in this contest. So our referee, Mickey Van, raises the hands of both of our boxers. We ask all of Manchester to join together and celebrate the boxing careers.
It's no. It couldn't be no winner. It couldn't be no winner or no loser in this fight. So it didn't go to the score. Okay, I got you. It didn't go to did it? Is it? Hold on, what's going on? No, yeah, no score. Yo, no scoring. No scoring. It's no scoring. No scoring. No, this is not a win or a lose, win or a loss on their record. It was just two legendary fighters going at it. You know, just going at it, going to war. So this was pretty much an exhibition, really. To be honest with you, it was a really hard fought, tough, competitive exhibition. This wasn't a fight to go on a resume. I mean, a fight to to determine a winner or a loser. You know what I'm saying? Or it won't go down as a loss or a win on their resume. I mean, on their record. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. On their record. You know what I'm saying? It might go in their resume, you know, that they fought each other, but of course it's not going to be declared no you know what I'm saying, no winner or, you know, loss or win or a win or a loss. You know, no judges to really it was no judges needed to score this fight. This was just a pretty much like an exhibition bout. You know what I'm saying? Two legends going at it, two legends competing against each other, and out of honor, out of respect, out of respect. You know what I'm saying? This is pretty much like a fantasy fight, honestly, man. It's like a fantasy. It's like a fantasy fight that came true, man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a fight, you know, to put a name on their records and stuff like that, to put a name on their resume. This is just pretty much an exhibition bout. That's all it really was. But I'm glad these legends fought each other, man. It was an entertaining fight. It was a great fight. It was an epic battle. And it was entertaining to see these guys still at their ages, man. Still at their Ricky at his age, Marco Antonio Barrera older, even at his age. Watching these guys fight, man. Watching these guys put on a great performance still at their ages, man. It was competitive, bro. It was a great fight. Like, I urge you guys, like, if anybody recorded this fight and post it up on YouTube, and for people to go back and watch the fight, you know, and any channel, any boxing channel, post this fight up on their channel, or they do some highlights or whatever they do on YouTube. Like, I urge you guys to go watch it, man. You guys would not be disappointed. You guys would not be disappointed at all, man. This was a great fight between two legendary, historical figures in the sport of boxing, man. Two legends going at it. Ricky Hatton, the Hitman. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Hitman. The Hitman. Ricky Hatton, the Hitman. Legendary fighter, man. One of my favorite fighters as a teenager going into my young adulthood. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, getting up in age as a overgrown adult. You know, watching him fight, man. You know what I'm saying? It was just an honor and a privilege. Watching Marco Antonio Barrera fight, the legendary babyface assassin, watching him fight. You know, one of the best fighters, one of the best fighters in the history of the sport. One of the best fighters, best Mexican fighters. One of the best Mexican fighters that ever lived, bro. You know what I'm saying? Watching him fight as a preteen, you know, all the way up into adult. You know, watching them fight, man, it was an honor. It was a privilege. And it was something great to witness. It was something great to see. We talking about the great moments and the great times of the sport, when the sport was just historical, when you had the barbarians going at it. I mean, around those times, man, we talking about I was watching, I think my first fight that I watched coming from Marco Antonio Barrera was back. I think his first, because even though he turned professional in 1989, that was his debut, and he went up against David Felix. Around that time, I had to probably been like 5 years old. You know, when, you know, but the first fight that I was able to actually see coming from the legend Marco Antonio Barrera, the first fight went in the 2000s. That first fight was back in 1995 when he went up against I believe it was a fighter, I forget his name. It was like Danny something, Danny Jimenez or something like that. And that was the first time I seen Marco Antonio Barrera fight. And I was like, man. And around that time, I had to probably been, and that was like 1995 or something like that, 96 or 95. I was like, Marco Antonio Barrera is a beast, man. He's this guy is a monster. This man is a beast. I'm watching him fight like this guy. I'm like, this guy is an animal. I was like, this guy is an animal, bro. Like, I was like, yes. Like, this is what I'm talking about. And even his opponent was pretty tough, but you know, he clearly dominated that fight and won by unanimous decision or something like that. But the fights that we remember him, you know, against Kennedy McKinney, I remember that fight back in '96. I remember when he went up against Orlando Fernandez. You know, great fighters, man. I remember Marco Antonio Barrera. Of course, we remember the great fights against Eric Morales, the wars against Eric Morales. You know, of course, we remember when he gave Nassim Hamed, a great fighter, his first defeat, his first loss. We remember the wars with Johnny Tapia. We remember the wars with Manny Pacquiao, with Eric Morales. You know, Rocky Juarez. We remember those fights, man. Like Marco Antonio Barrera, man. He would be a fighter when he, you know, that will always be remembered in the sport of boxing. The same with Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton will always be remembered, bro. You know what I'm saying? He went up against the best. Came up short against Manny Pacquiao. Think he had the wrong style, but he fought against the legendary Manny Pacquiao. He was able to defeat and stop Paulie Malignaggi. And this is when Paulie had them fast hands, had crazy footwork, and when Paulie was pretty much a fighter that, you know, has some similarities to Amir Khan, just outwork you, out hustle you, you know, and beat you up with just having fast hands, and you know, not necessarily the biggest puncher in the world, but he fought Paulie at the time when Paulie was that young fighter, you know what I'm saying, pretty much making a name for itself in the sport and dominating. And Marco Antonio Barrera was able to give Paulie Malignaggi his first defeat, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? And not Marco Antonio Barrera, but Ricky Hatton was able to give Paulie Malignaggi his first defeat. He was able to give Ricky Hatton was able to give Paulie Malignaggi his first defeat. I remember that fight. It was a good fight, but Ricky Hatton clearly won that fight. But he didn't only just give Paulie Malignaggi his first defeat. He was able to stop Paulie Malignaggi to win a technical knockout. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when he went up against this really tough fighter, Juan Lascano. I think Juan something. And this fight was over there in the United Kingdom. I think it was he was fighting at home. It was in Manchester. I remember that fight. And when I tell you a great fight, and it was a tough fight. It was a tough fight, you know what I'm saying, for Ricky Hatton, but in a way he kind of slightly started to dominate, you know what I'm saying? And then, against fighters like, he was able to give an undefeated fighter like Juan Urango. I know y'all remember Juan Urango. He was able to give Juan Urango, I remember that fight when they fought in Vegas. And I remember when Ricky Hatton was able to win against the very tough and dangerous Juan Urango. He was able to win. I think he won like unanimous decision or something like that in a very tough competitive fight. Like, he's been in there against some killers, man. I mean, he was able to win against Luis Collazo. I think Ricky Hatton was the first fighter to give Luis Collazo, a very tough, dangerous boxer puncher. He was able to give, and this when Luis Collazo was on a winning streak. I mean, dominating guys. And Ricky Hatton was able to give Luis Collazo his first defeat, his first loss. Man, and then to win over a dangerous, hard-hitting fighter like Costa Tszyu. People say Costa Tszyu was a little past his prime. Nah, he was still dangerous. Costa Tszyu was still dangerous. Ricky Hatton was able to win, was able to get a win over him. It's a few tough fighters I can name that Ricky Hatton just a legend, man. Ricky Hatton is a legend. And even I mentioned this earlier for you guys that's just now joining me now. I mentioned this earlier. Ricky Hatton was able, and I know sometimes style make fights, so you can't really. Hold on, guys. Let me check my mic real quick. Make sure my mic is good. Yo. Okay, my mic is good. But like we mentioned earlier, you know what I'm saying? Ricky Hatton was able to stop a fighter that could arguably, and much love and respect to Floyd Mayweather Jr., one of my favorite fighters in the world. One of my favorite fighters, also a legendary fighter, also a great fighter. You know what I'm saying? One of the best fighters in the world, Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Floyd Mayweather Jr., but Ricky Hatton was, and I know you guys know what I'm about to bring up, and you guys know what I'm about to say. Ricky Hatton, and this guy was also one of my favorite fighters back in the day as well. Ricky Hatton was able to score a knockout over Jose Luis Castillo, the same fighter, arguably, that may have beaten Floyd Mayweather Jr. in their first fight. And I'm talking about the first fight between Jose Luis Castillo, which was a monster, which was a beast, been in so many wars, especially the fight with him and Diego Corrales. I remember that fight like it was yesterday. They went to war. That was an epic battle. Rest in peace to Diego Corrales. But Jose Luis Castillo, I thought he was going to beat Ricky Hatton. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought Jose Luis Castillo was going to beat Ricky Hatton based on experience and the guy and the level of opponents he had been in the ring with. I thought that he was going to beat Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton went in there in a tough fight and was able to knock out Luis Castillo, was able to knock out Jose Luis Castillo with a very vicious body shot, bro. And I was like, but the only thing, I was like, even though I was going for Jose Luis Castillo in that fight against Ricky Hatton. I was like, if Ricky Hatton land one of those body shots and if he apply pressure and get into the body, I was like, Jose Luis Castillo can't take it to the body. I like, he weak to the body. If he take one of them big body shots, them big hooks to the body, I don't know. I think Ricky Hatton can possibly stop Jose Luis Castillo. And all I know, he did. He stopped him to the body. And this was the same fighter. And I know style make fights. This was the same fighter that arguably beat. And of course, Floyd came back to winning the rematch, which was a very competitive fight. The second fight between Jose Luis Castillo versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. That was very competitive. That was a great fight. Floyd edged it by 2 rounds. Slightly edged it by 2 rounds to win a unanimous decision. But that was a great fight. But the first fight, you can arguably, say 7. You can arguably give Jose Luis Castillo 2 rounds over Floyd, or maybe 1 round over Floyd, for a split decision his way or a unanimous decision his way. But some people say Floyd won or whatever. But hey, I ain't the one to. But I ain't gonna lie. It was 1 swing round, but it was 1 round. I can honestly say, that he might have won maybe 1 or possibly 2 rounds over Floyd in that first fight. And I think that as I went back to watch it a couple of more times, I was like, yeah, he did beat Floyd by 2 rounds. He slightly edged Floyd by 2 rounds. Floyd felt he won the fight. But Ricky Hatton, it wasn't going. Much love and respect to Jose Luis Castillo, but when it came to Ricky Hatton was like, nah, I'm not going. Nah, I'm not finna go. I'm not finna make this. I'm not finna go to this. It's not finna be a decision. It's not finna be no split decision, a unanimous decision. It ain't finna be no majority decision. I'm going into this fight to make a statement against one of the most dangerous fighters and one of the most dangerous veterans in the sport at the time, Jose Luis Castillo. Ricky Hatton like, nah, I'm trying to go in there and make a statement. I'm finna let the boxing world know. I'm finna let these people know that it's a new pit bull, the hitman. It's a hitman on the scene. I'm finna snipe. I'm finna snipe this guy, and I'm finna get ghosts. I'm finna snipe this guy. I'm finna snipe him and get ghosts. I ain't got time to waste. And matter of fact, they ain't even finna see it coming. They ain't finna see it coming, cause I ain't gonna lie, I didn't see it coming. I ain't see him knocking out Jose Luis Castillo. I ain't see Ricky Hatton knocking this guy out. I thought it was gonna go all 12. Or it was a possibility that Jose Luis Castillo could get a technical knockout. I knew it was going to be competitive. I knew it was going to be a tough fight. But I was like, Ricky Hatton get to that body. That right there is the big question mark. What if he gets to that body? If he does, I was like, if he does get to that body, Jose Luis Castillo is in trouble. And I was right. Ricky Hatton stopped him to the body. But man, much love and respect to both of these legendary fighters, man. Marco Antonio Barrera, it was a great fight between 2 of these legendary historical figures, man. 2 of some of the best legendary fighters to ever step in the ring, man. And it was a great, entertaining fight tonight. And I was I'm so happy. I was so happy. And it was a privilege and an honor to cover this fight tonight, man. Marco Antonio Barrera, Ricky Hatton. Thank you guys for joining me, man. I love all of my brothers in the chat. I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. My brother Piro says it was actually Cotto AT. He said it was actually Cotto AT. Oh, Cotto. Hold on. Yeah, I forgot all about Cotto. Ricky Hatton was a beast. A lot of people think he was overrated, but General. You know how that is, General. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Ricky Hatton was a monster, man. He was a beast, man. I like the pressure. I like the aggressiveness. I like the body attack coming from Ricky Hatton. You know what I'm saying? I like the way he mixed up his attack. I like the way that he was able to cut off the ring. I like the effective aggressiveness coming from Ricky Hatton. You know, he can be reckless at times, but he can be a dominant fighter, a destroyer at times. And his body attack is vicious. You talk about one of the best body attackers, one of the vicious, hard-hitting body attackers and body punchers in the world, in the history of the sport, was Ricky Hatton. Most definitely, his body attack was vicious, bro. His body attack was vicious. You know what I'm saying? His body attack was vicious. You know, and as far as Marcos Antonio Barrera, man, we talking about one of the legendary historical figures. You talking about one of the best legendary Mexican fighters in the history of the sport. We talking about a war machine, an animal, a beast, a guy that's looking to destroy anybody that comes in front of him. You know what I'm saying? I still can't get out of my head how he really against a slick fighter like Prince Hassim Nahmed, like against a slick, dangerous fighter like that, bro. Against a slick, dangerous fighter like that. You know what I'm saying? And that was my guy. I was like, don't get it wrong, Marcos Antonio Barrera was my guy. But I ain't gonna lie. I thought Prince Nassim Hamed was gonna win that fight because he was so slick. You barely can hit the guy. He had superb head movement, crazy footwork. He worked crazy angles. I mean, he get in and get out of. He get in range, get out of range. The footwork and the movement of that guy was crazy. Head movement, the way he get in, set traps, get in, throw the combinations, counter, throw the combinations, make you miss, get in, get out, work the angles, pivot. You know, work the angles, the circular movement. You know, work the angles, boom, boom, get in, pivot, boom, boom, slip, boom, boom, duck, roll under shots, body attack, head, body, jab, counter, combinations, get in, get out, get in the range, get out of range. That guy was crazy. Prince Nassim Hamed was a superior boxer, man. And when Marcos Antonio Barrera went in there and dominated that fight, it was somewhat competitive, but Marcos Antonio Barrera went in there and dominated that fight, bro. I was surprised, and he was able to score an upset. But you can't. Well, you would be like, well, you know what? Some people be like, oh, nah, AT, he went no upset. We just knew the experience of Barrera and his style was too much. But Prince Nassim Hamed, bro, like, I just thought he was gonna win, but. I started to learn even back then as a teenager. I started to learn that style make fights. That's when I really started to learn that style make fights. Even around that time, as an amateur, was a little before that time. Yeah, a little bit before 2021. But I could say around 98, 99 is when I started to realize that style makes fights. As an amateur boxer myself. You know what I'm saying? And then I started to see it clear as day, 2000, 2001, around that time frame, that style makes fights. And Prince Nassim Hamed versus Marcos Antonio Barrera was the definition of when they say style makes fights. For real, though. Real talk, though, bro. Now, hold on, man. I can't see you guys. Let me see. Well, I can see y'all guys on my own. Let me go to OBS before I end the stream. Hey, but my brother Piro says, who won, bro? Piro, no, they didn't. It was pretty much an exhibition fight. It was an exhibition bout. It's more like an exhibition fight. It was sort of like a real fight, but they just didn't. It just wasn't a winner or a loser. You know what I'm saying? It don't go down on a record. It don't go down on a record. You know what I'm saying? It don't go down on a record. It was pretty much, you might as well say, an exhibition bout, but a hard fought competitive exhibition bout. But nah, it wasn't a winner or a loser in this fight. You know what I'm saying? It don't go on their resume. It don't. It was no need for the judges to, yeah. It wasn't no need for a final verdict or none of that. To determine the winner and nothing like that. They both are they both are gonna, gonna walk out of this fight. Still with their records, with the same record. So this is just pretty much an exhibition. My brother Puro says, gotcha. Hey, man, much love and respect to every single one of you guys, man. I thank you guys for joining me, man. I love every single one of my brothers, man. I love every single one of you guys, man. I appreciate you guys, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm finna go ahead and end this live. I got to take care of some business, handle some business. I might probably go live. I don't want to order no UFC, man. I ain't really up for no UFC tonight, to be honest with you. I don't know. I might watch a replay or something like that. But I don't know if I don't know if I'm up for no UFC tonight, man. I'm a big boxing fan. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be a big UFC fan a long time ago, back like like the mid 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, but I fell away from it. I mean, I might cover every blue moon. I might cover some of the big fights, but if I get invited to to collab with somebody or something like that on UFC, that's the only reason I might do it. But boxing first. Boxing is the number one sport, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Boxing comes first. Boxing comes first, bro. Y'all already know what time it is. My brother Piro says Jenna Beck and man, I forgot about that fight, man. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I'll be able to Hey, the Mac Mob, much love and respect to you, my great brother. The Mac Mob said, what's good, fam? One love, man. Much love and respect to my brother, the Mac Mob. Hey, man, I thought I had you as a moderator when you came through here last time. I can't see. I got something blocking. But I'm most definitely. Let me see if I can add you as a mod real quick. I most definitely got you next time, Mac Mob. I'm gonna add you as a moderator, bro. I can once I get off of here, I can most definitely add you as a mod once I end this stream and go to the settings and add you as a moderator. But man, I love every single one of you guys, man. Thank you guys for joining me, man. It was a great night of boxing. I appreciate every single one of you brothers, man. Ain't nothing but love and respect, man. And appreciate you guys for showing love, for your support, coming through, rocking out with your boy Andrew Tucker World. As I do some very epic, electrifying commentary, one of the best commentators to ever do it. In the YouTube boxing community, one of the best to ever do it, one of the best commentators, period. You know what I'm saying, in the sport of boxing. And and yes, analysts, but it's a lot of great channels out there, man, that I love and that I respect. A lot of you, my brothers, you guys, man, a lot of great content creators, a lot of great boxing fans, very knowledgeable about the sport, with the channel or without a channel. And just even being my moderators, and even guys, man, that support the channel and are part of this channel, part of this family. I love every single one of you guys, man. I love all my brothers from all around the world, from different continents, different cities, different countries, different cities, different states, different regions, different continents, different countries. It's much love and respect to each and one of you guys. Blessings to you, and blessings to every single one of you guys and you guys' families. And I love you guys. Andrew Tucker World, Tucker Army, love you guys. UK Army, love you guys. Much love and respect, and I'm out.